According to the National Campaign for Preventing Teenage and Unplanned Pregnancies, Georgia is ranked number 8 of the top 10 states for teenage pregnancies. More and more young girls are becoming pregnant each year because of their limited knowledge on how to prevent it from happening. My first suggestion would be abstinence. Abstinence is the only sure way to know that you won't become pregnant. But in this day and age, it's kind of a far-fetched notion. With all of the media, the movies, and the songs that promote sex, it is kind of hard to expect our teenagers to know that sex is a bad thing. So therefore, my second suggestion would be using condoms. Condoms is not only a form of birth control, but it also prevents you from catching STDs. Sexually transmitted diseases are something that you do not want. Other forms of birth control include the pill. The pill is a tiny contraceptive that you take orally, daily, each day at the same time. Some students who are busy with work, school, and even their friends may think that this is not a good form for them because it becomes easily to forget. So they may want to look into something like the depot shot. The depot shot is a shot that is given every 3 months. So therefore, it seems to be more convenient and an easier way to remember. A lot of you are in your late teens and are getting ready to go off to college. And a lot of you are not going to have time to even think about using condoms or any kind of contraceptive, let alone thinking about it every day or every 3 months. So a good form for you would be the IUD. The IUD is an intrauterine contraceptive. It's a little T-shaped device that is very flexible. It's made of plastic. It goes inside of your uterine, and it generally lasts for up to 5 to 12 months. 5 to 12 years, excuse me. This is a very good form of more permanent birth control. Parents, I know that this subject is very sensitive, and I know that you couldn't even imagine talking to your children about using forms of birth control. You think that this gives them the green light to go ahead and have sex. Well, I don't think it gives them the green light. I think that it shows a form of responsibility. It shows them to be responsible and safe in their actions and to know what they are doing if they are doing it. A lot of the schools do offer sex education classes, but I don't think that it's a good idea to leave it solely up to the schools to educate your children on how to be safe and how to prevent teenage pregnancy. I think that you should talk with your children. And I know a lot of you think that, oh, well, my child doesn't listen to me, and I know that they wouldn't listen to me when I'm talking to them about sex. The truth is, they will listen to you, and they will value your opinion because they want your approval and they want to make you happy. So you should really sit down and talk with them and let them know not to be afraid to come to you and talk to you about sex and those different things. If your child felt they should sneak around, they have to sneak around to have sex, then they most generally will go to their peers and talk to their peers about sex and the different forms of birth control, if they talk about birth control. And a lot of that information could not even be good information. It may turn out to be false because a lot of children don't know about sex like they ought to know about sex, and a lot of them don't talk to their parents about sex. Parents, you could go to the internet, you can talk with counselors, or you can talk with other parents about finding out information to sit down and talk to your child about, or where to start even talking to your child about it. A lot of the schools gives out seminars and pamphlets on talking to your child about sex. We want your children to know that sex is not only a bad thing, you just have to know how to control it and how to control pregnancy and how to not catch STDs. You want to help your children in knowing these things before they're going out to college and before leaving home. They ought to know about these things. So parents, let's get up and let our children know that sex is a very adult thing. So let's let them know that they should be very well informed about the risks and the complications of sexual behavior in their teenage years.